Hi, Tom Coogler, coach for Buckeye Cable and BCSN, and welcome to Sports Flash. I really shouldn't say coach because I'm sitting next to a real coach, Coach Fred Coogler. Coach, welcome. Larry Green, star basketball player. I know you don't like that. I probably shouldn't say star because I know Coach will chastise me on that one. But a heck of a basketball player, and Alontay Gould, same with you with Scott. I noticed you have your Martin Luther King Classic shirt on, and we're proud to do that every year.
Yes,
and congratulations on another excellent basketball tournament.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Fred, 11-6. You know how much I admire what you do. We do a radio show together on Thursdays with Scott, and I love how you coach. I love how you instruct, and I keep replaying this in my head. But you told me one time on the radio show, you said, the first half of the season I counsel, the second half I do less counseling than the guys play. For people that aren't on the inside of coaching, explain what that means.
Well, because we have so much going on, and when you're trying to put a team together, once you get on one accord, then that's when you can really start gelling. And but if you're not gelling, if you're not on one accord,
right,
then there are so many divisions between the team. And so you have this going on with this player, that's going on, and so with me being an ordained pastor, I understand about counseling, and so now I told them second half of the season, no longer will I counsel all the time.
Yeah, we're cutting the counseling time down a little bit.
Yes. And now it's time for me to start doing some coaching.
Yeah, you do that very, very well, and I love too when you say sometimes the guys will give you a little extra.
Yeah.
Tell the folks what you mean by extra. If you're getting a little extra from Larry's laughing, he knows. Have you ever given Coach a little extra at a time, Larry?
Yeah, probably once.
Once. How about Alontay? How about you? A little extra?
God.
Yeah, I heard about a shot you took, Alontay, that there was a little extra on that. But tell the folks what you mean by extra, Fred.
Extra, okay, since we have Alontay, my son, here, they call a foul on the other team.
Yes. And
so he started clapping in the face of the opponent. So that's extra.
So did you call Alontay over? Or what transpired?
I did. I called him over, and we were face to face.
Was close talking at that time?
Very, very close talking. Only he can hear what I was saying.
Were you breaking him down a little bit?
Yes, I broke him down, but I kept him in the game to keep him up.
And I heard that after you got done, telling Alontay why that wasn't correct, then you patted him on the back and sent him back out there to play ball.
Because the next play he had a 3-pointer.
Yeah, and that's why you're a great coach.
Tom, I always say if you can't pick a person up, don't break them down.
Right. And some guys break them down, but they forget to pick them up.
Yeah.
And that's true. Yeah. And then the kid feels bad, and then it affects their performance. They feel bad about themselves. It's a negative vibe that goes all over. Larry, you had 28 the other night. We had you on highlights all over Sports Nightly. You had 7 threes from, it looked to me almost from the bench you were shooting from. Larry, did the basket that night look like the rim was like that big to you? Because you didn't look like you missed anything.
Oh, yes, it felt real big. I love shooting at home. It's like I got so many reps in that gym. Like when I play home, it's like
you're just comfortable and relaxed.
Just comfortable and easy for me, so I just let it fly.
Yeah, and did you know when you're warming up? Sometimes guys know when they're warming up. Hey, boy, it feels pretty good tonight. Did you have any feel that it was going to be that kind of a night when you were warming up?
Yeah, I had a good feeling. It was senior night, and I wanted to leave out on that court with a win.
Well, yeah, you certainly
nice shooting night.
You certainly accomplished that, and that's not your high scoring night. You've had other 35, right?
Yes.
That Coach. 35 in a high school basketball game. There's not a lot of time.
Right.
I couldn't get 35 over air in an empty gym. You don't get that much time to get 35, right?
He was on fire.
Tell me about Larry as a player.
I call him green light.
I love that. Green light.
Yeah, he has the green light to shoot it when he feel it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always believed that as an athlete, and especially as a senior captain, when you feel it, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because when you play freely, you play much better.
If you play looking over your shoulder, if I take this shot, coach is going to be mad, and I'm on the bench.
Right.
You can't shoot like that.
Exactly.
Shooting has to be a free flowing.
That's right.
You can't shoot that way.
Right.
Tell me about Alontay.
Oh my God!
What kind of player is Alontay?
Alontay is an excellent defender. Excellent defender.
Is that a lost art today, Coach?
It is. It really is.
Because they don't glorify defense.
Right,
you know?
right,
But you win
right.
games with defense.
Hey, that's where champions come in at.
Yeah.
You know,
well, look at Denver.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Defense was pretty good.
Yeah, he's an excellent defender. He had a couple of good shooting games, and he forgot about defending. But we're back on the right path now.
So can you take Alontay and say, I want you to get this guy and shut him down, or go after this guy? Can can Alontay do that?
Absolutely, and I've done that several times.
Yeah. Alontay, how do you enjoy the defensive challenge, Alontay?
Yes, especially when you have a big crowd. I love big crowds.
That's extra.
That's a little bit of the extra?
Oh, yes, I love big crowds. So if it was me, I'd play defense. And what Coach Fred always says, defense leads to your offense.
Yeah, well, you know, what some guys don't understand, and I know Coach talks about this, but let's say you score 25 and your guy gets 24. We haven't really done a lot here. You'd be better off if you held your guy to 5 and you got 12. Hey, we're up 7.
Sure,
you know,
absolutely.
sometimes people don't understand it. They just look at the points. Well, I got 21. Yeah, but your guy got 27. You know, we're on the downside of this. Alontay, tell me, you know, I admire this man so much as a man and as a coach and as a teacher. What has Coach Fred done for you?
Well, me coming to Scott as a transfer, you know, he's helped me a lot because what everybody does not know, I haven't played like organized basketball. None of these, like my last 2 years.
Right.
So my sophomore and freshman year. So, you know, me coming here and playing my first year and Coach Fred giving me a chance to showcase my talents. It's just helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot with school, you know. I'm doing a lot better in school now because, you know, my freshman year, that was the reason why.
Because you feel connected now, Alontay.
Yes.
You know, everybody wants to belong. I don't care how young. I think I'm right on this, Coach. How young, how medium, how old. I'm 87. But I want to belong. You know, everyone wants to belong, and I think sports allows you to, when you have a great coach, it makes you feel part of something bigger than yourself, and then it spills over into the classroom because you want to do well academically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my #1 goal coming here. Yes, I wanted to play basketball, but my #1 focus was getting my grades up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what my parents and,
Right.
you know, he's even preached it to me before I even came.
Green light's preaching it. I like
Yes,
it.
yes, he's even preached to me before. Got to get your grades up, and
Yes.
then basketball will come.
Well, your grades are everything, and you know that, Alontay, and you're a smart young man. I mean, I've done enough radio shows with you to know, you know, just you're a very, very bright young man. Larry, what has Coach done for you?
Well, Coach Fred, he's more than a coach with all of us. He's like a dad and a coach, so he's taught me a lot on the court and off the court. He gave me pointers. I'm like the coach on the floor, so like what he thinking, I'm thinking the same thing.
Right.
And I remember the Bowser game, he was sick. He went out, so I led the team, ran our offensive sets, defensive sets, knew what he wanted, and he just done a lot for me.
How great is that, Larry? That's, you know, that's the ultimate compliment, I think, to Coach and also to you, that you would take that responsibility, knowing the coach was hurting that night, right? And you would go out and kind of become coach out there and run the sets and do the plays, and that's as good as it gets.
Right.
You know it's sport can be such a great thing when it's done the right way, and you guys are doing it the right way. You're doing a great job in the classroom. You're doing a great job on the floor. You're doing a great job in the community. Coach Fred, you should be proud. You know that's what it's all about.
Very
And
proud.
sometimes people, you know, sometimes people just think, well, it's the win and the loss. And sure, you 11-6, you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
But it's more than that.
Sure, absolutely.
And you know that, and you've done that your whole life. Yeah.
I had awesome parents that, you know, taught me the values of integrity and character. And so I just try to instill that in my sons.
And
you know.
and when you know what really means so much to me, Coach, is when you say your sons, that's not just, I mean, you mean it.
Oh,
You know, some guys throw it out and, you know, they say it, but you mean it.
Sure.
And that's it. And they know you mean it.
Yeah.
So that's why when Coach Fred says, you know, Alontay, I want you to play a little defense tonight, or he says, green light, I want you to get up a couple shots tonight, you know the coach has got your best interests at heart. Guys, on behalf of Buckeye Cable and BCSN, it's an honor to have you guys here. You guys keep up the good work. Keep listening to your mentor here, and Fred, keep up the great work.
Thank
All
you.
right?
Bless you.
And we'll have you guys back. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Tom Cole for Buckeye Cable and BCSN and another edition of Sports Flash.